humans aren't born out of laying around on their asses. We've been born out of conquering a world. We're the dominant species. We built all this. We're powerful, and we're beautiful, and we're ready to build the next level of civilization in God's plan. But you must stop bowing to those who want to make you a victim. You must become the victor. If you love God and you want to build a pro-human future, then you are an enemy of the New World Order and Satanism. They want us shut down because we have the Spirit. I'm jacked into the source. I know the secret, and I want to see you empowered. But you have to believe in yourself first. This is the truth, and everyone knows it.
Ladies and gentlemen, come right in and take a seat. Because this may be the most important video that I ever do on my channel, and I'm going to explain why. Yesterday, I did a video where I laid out why Nintendo's price point that was being discussed by everyone, every content creator, every streamer, even Jeff Keighley himself, came out to say, well, you know, Nintendo is introducing a $90 price point with their games, $80 for physical. This is a tweet from Jeff Keighley, the Dorito Pope himself. So you look at this and you can understand why people got the impression that they did. But I came before you and I said I would be happy to pay $80 or $90 for Mario Kart. Because for me, it means a lot, and people were furious. They were mad. They unsubscribed from my channel. I've lost quite a few subscribers. I've gotten angry emails. And in the end, all of the stuff that I talked about being aware of slot tubers that are feeding you emotionally manipulative bullshit, all the things that I talked about ended up coming true. I'm right, they're wrong. And it's not as though I'm always right and I'm infallible and I can't make mistakes. But I want to point out the critical importance of not letting your emotions dictate everything that you do all the time. I understand that there are some causes worth fighting for. But first of all, let me address this whole thing about physical copies. Because the narrative was that physical copies were done. That games were now going to be coming out on Switch 2 with a code that you had to use to download them for all their games. This was a lie. It was not true. Here is what is true. Nintendo is going to have 3 types of games. You're going to have the standard games that come on the cartridge that are physical media, completely normal, no change. You're going to have game key cards. So, like every other system, where the game is basically going to be empty, but there's going to be a piece of paper where you go online and you download it. This is stuff for like Street Fighter and all that. This is what they do across every platform. And then you've got the games that are partial. So some of it may be on a disc and some of it you have to download. The narrative was that physical copies were all going to be game keys. That is a lie. It is false. And I was the first one to not only push back on the price narrative, but to call out the slot tubers that just feast on the bullshit and the misinformation. I'm talking about Moist Critical. I'm talking about Young Yeah. I'm talking about that loser Jacob Weeby. These low information, rage bait, clickbait content creators. that feed you a diet of slop, and they all want to virtue signal and make themselves look really good. But I'm about to drop an even bigger bombshell on you, because this completely and totally eviscerates their entire narrative about, oh, you can't even get physical media anymore. The whole complaint was about the price of the games, and that Nintendo was going to be charging $80 for digital, right? That's what everyone was bitching about, right? Wrong. Normal Nintendo Switch 2 games are going to be $70. The only game that's going to be $80 is Mario Kart World. So far, that's what they put out there. I have never been more vindicated before. Now, why is Mario Kart World getting a $10 bonus? Oh, I don't know. I mean, you could talk about inflation if you want. How about Mario Kart World isn't doing what every other game company would do? You can call me a Nintendrone, you fucking losers. A Nintendrone. I didn't know you were a Nintendo fanboy. I look at the gaming industry, at what has been accepted, $90 mounts from World of Warcraft, where 20% of the player base buys it. And you people are bitching about a $10 increase? That's what it is. It's a $10 increase for Mario Kart. Are you out of your mind? And you're going to come to me and spew all this bullshit? Oh, Nintendo is ripping us. No, every single thing that was concocted makes me sick, because whether it's about Mario Kart, whether it's about Nintendo, Big Bad Nintendo, it doesn't matter what it is. A narrative was formed off of misinformation to turn into a festering ball of bullshit, and so many people just greedily feasted on that bullshit. So many content creators wanting that sort of salacious thumbnail, wanting that, I'm so disappointed in Nintendo. Well, why are Nintendo games so expensive? Why are they so expensive? They're not. They're the same price as all the other ones. I mean, Donkey Kong is going to be $70. Now, you could make an argument, but what about physical? For physical, I imagine that they're probably going to be $10 more, but I don't even know that for sure. I don't even know that for sure at this point, and I don't trust anyone to tell me the truth. Because all these people do is lie, except for me. I'm the only one that told the truth, and I was excoriated for it. I told you my honest opinion. I said, you know what? I'm okay to pay this. I don't think that Nintendo is the worst company in the world. I don't like these dog shit slop tubers just coming out with all of this, ridiculous bullshit narrative-driven stuff. I said I didn't like it. And here's another one. Here's another one I want to talk about. You mean to tell me I bought Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and I have to pay for it twice? It's not about this one thing. It's watching how quickly misinformation and bullshit can spread to the lowest IQ people imaginable, and how it can be regurgitated so many times. If you have a Nintendo Switch online membership, you get the upgrades for these two games for free. Let me repeat that. If you have a copy of these games on the Switch and you want to upgrade them to the Switch 2, and you have a Nintendo Switch Online membership, the upgrades are free. Now, if you want to argue, well, I bought this on this one console, so I shouldn't have to pay it on this other console, even though they did a bunch of work to upgrade it and, change some things, add some things for the mouse menu. I don't know what they're upgrading. But the fact is, they are putting some effort into this. They are putting some work into this. So if they want to charge a $10 upgrade fee or whatever, if you get it for free with NSO, that just goes to add more value to NSO. It's like people don't understand business. They don't understand the concept of value added. It's just, people will spend a fortune on gacha games. They'll buy $90 mounts in WoW. But a $10 price increase on one of the best games out there, that's where people draw the line and lose their shit and will lie about Nintendo till the cows come home. That's what I've had enough of. That's what I'm sick of. And the fact of the matter is this. This reflects badly on the people that are not able to discern their emotional reaction from the reality. They're overly emotional, rage-induced, like, oh God, Nintendo is so evil. They're not even doing physical anymore. Yes, they are. It's not nearly as bad as people are trying to make this out to be. And by the way, I have a video on Trump's tariffs to do as well, so I'm going to keep this one relatively short. But man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, are people losing their mind on this? And the fact is that if it were just this topic in and of itself, I don't think I'd be doing another video on it. But I think the fact that you had some of the most prominent content creators on the internet, you had people even like Jeff Keighley coming out, and this guy saying, why do we have to pay more for a game we already own? You don't. You don't have to pay more for a game that you already own. You don't. You don't have to upgrade. You don't have to get a Switch 2. These are luxury items. And some people are bothered. How dare you mess with our luxury? They're charging $10. $10. At least that was the last I saw. I mean, if they upgraded it to 20, wow. That Nintendo Switch Online looks pretty good value for money then, doesn't it? If you get all those online games for free and all the stuff they offer, plus all of this. My point here...
And this is a section of the game that has...
My point in making this video, my point in talking about this is because it's so important. I didn't create this channel. I did not create this channel to be yet another one of them. To be yet another Moist Critical. Selling you $52 bars of soap. I'm not another Ludwig, another fake plastic leftist retard. I'm not a Hassan. I'm not looking to become the next any one of these people. I will always, whether you like it or not, give you my opinion as I see it. If you unsubscribe because of that, good. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not saying that you have to always agree with me. That's not what this is about. It's not an ego trip. It's a disgust reflex. That people are so entrenched in their own bullshit. You listen to people like Young Yeah, Moist Critical, and Jason Weeby. You don't wait to get more information, do your own due diligence, have your own opinion. I am the only content creator that called this stuff out. The only one. Nobody else did. Everyone jumped on board, hook, line, and sinker. Everyone did the thumbnails, but the prices are so expensive. I'm the only one who had a different opinion and I was excoriated for it. And guess what? I don't regret a goddamn thing. I would do it again. And I will do it again in the future. If there's any topic that I feel that I have a different opinion on, I will articulate it, I will express it, and then when I'm proven right, which will be inevitable, I will rub it in the faces of all of the freaks and malcontents and backbenchers who doubted. It's that simple. I was right about this. I was right to say that the game was worth it, but more to the point, I was right to call out these people who were fake slop tubers, these pig shit content dumpsters, these people that want to generate this stuff and will lie to you because they know it's what you want to hear. I don't give a shit what you want to hear. I value your feedback, but I'm not going to change my video or my perception based on what I think that you want. I'm going to give it to you like it is. You can agree or you can disagree. It's as simple as that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have more videos to do. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. I was right. And I'll see you next time.